Hello, welcome to Todd Miller TV. Super quick update for the market for November of 2011. Here we are at the end of the month. Some interesting numbers, and the reason why they're interesting is because if you break them out differently, they mean different things. And this is what I mean. There are currently 26,000 houses on the market. Now you're probably going, wait a minute, Todd. I watched a video last week. There were only 12,000. Well, because that's misleading. That 26,000 number is including things under contract. So when you're hearing these inventory reports about how many houses are available for purchase, sometimes those numbers get thrown in there and they're not real numbers. There's actually only 12,722 available properties that are not already tied up under contract with a buyer. At the current sales rate of about 3,000, which is the number we're just surpassing today, is 3,000. Then there's tomorrow. They'll push it probably to 31, 3,200. A lot of sales happen the last day of the month for some reason. That means there's only about a 4-month inventory of properties, 4 months of properties. So you're probably saying, well, what about these 13,349 properties that are under contract, and where are they? Well, you know that shadow inventory people keep talking about? Well, that's it. And the reason that's a shadow inventory is because a lot of those houses are short sales. They're not going to happen. They're going to get foreclosed, and they're going to come back on the market. So these houses that people are talking about shadow inventory, already there. They're called under contract short sales. The cool thing about this is misleading is they always talk about that, but they never talk about the shadow inventory of buyers waiting to swoop up these properties. For example, there are 13,349 buyers who, many of them will not successfully purchase the house they're under contract with, and then they'll have to come back to the regular marketplace to grab properties. Now, with the current 12,722 properties, there are more buyers than properties. So it really depends on how you read these numbers and what they mean. The truth is, we're going to have a good amount of inventory, but not too much inventory for at least the next year. That's what this shows. That's what the current amount of properties under contract show, the current amount of properties we have available, plus we have a whole year's worth of defaults to work through at the trustee sale before any potential shortcomings in the notice of trustee sales or notice of defaults that have been filed in October, November have been. And they've been low. They've been off by like 80%. I think we had 800 in October, and we normally would have had 4,000 or something like that. So they are coming back, but the bottom line is we've got a year of inventory just sitting out there right now, basically a year, including the properties already in default. So if you're totally stressing and you like frantic because someone told you that there would be no houses in 6 months and you got to buy a house, I don't know that that's the case. I don't know if prices are going to go up in 6 months, down, or 6 months stay the same. I don't know, but you know, I do know what's going on in the marketplace, and it's more stable and it's more predictable now than it's ever been, even with some of the craziness that's happened. So don't listen to the naysayers. Pay attention to the numbers, because the numbers are really what matter. And whatever agent you're using to give you advice, you know, hopefully they're giving you something backed up by numbers that makes sense to you. Anyway, that is my update. If you want to subscribe so that every time I do an update, there's 2 ways to do it. One is Twitter feed. If you're on Twitter and you go at Las Vegas Todd and you just have me on your Twitter feed, what will happen is every time I do a video, it gets pushed to Twitter. The second thing is, if you're on YouTube, go to toddmillertv.com, and up in the upper right corner, there's a thing that's like a little envelope that says subscribe via email. You can click on there, put in your email address, and then every time I do a video, you'll just get a link saying, hey, here's Todd's latest video. So you'll be updated all the time on what's going on in Las Vegas. As always, if you're thinking of buying, selling, or investing, you can call me anytime, and I will make sure that I find the right person here to help you with that short sale or buying that REO or trustee sale or whatever it is. Maybe me, maybe somebody else here. Or property management. My phone number is 702-218-2819. And thanks for tuning in today.